I have finished the two molds. So first I started with the back end of the head and at the front. In between I took the metal separation out, and now I need to find where the gap is between these two molds. And I'm myself not quite sure, and unfortunately I have waited too long in between. But usually when you scrape, you can sort of actually see sometimes there's a bit of a difference in color. And at this stage, I think it is somewhere. It'd be useful to have my glasses. Sometimes you have to take a punt and drive a wedge into. And this is not very stable. Bad wedges. So if you ever make wedges, make sure they're out of made from quite like a hardwood, not these ones. These are very, very soft. Oh dear. Yeah, it has taken a little bit too long for my liking. It will be difficult. We actually see gradually there's a little crack appearing, and you just drive more wedges into this crack, but don't drive them in too hard, because that's also a good way of cracking up your mold. You want your mold to open up slowly. Can you just press it? So when the crack appears, add a little bit of water into the crack. And I strongly recommend not to do the same mistake as I have done with this one, but there was simply just no time because the semester is very busy. Try to do the mold, the negative and the positive, in one day. When everything is fresh, things are much, much easier. So you can continue to drive your wedges in. Here, I need a little bit more time now because the mold has been resting too much, so you have also the inside, the clay drying up. So this needs a little bit more time. Continue to add water to soften the clay underneath, because when you open the mold you also create a cavity in between the clay and the plaster, and when you add water, that water softens the clay up. And when you do this fairly fresh, usually these molds come off fairly easily and fairly quickly.